Okay. Hello. Hello. I don't know if anyone's tuning in yet, and if they're not, I'm just gonna keep talking anyway. I'm gonna be gaming anyway. I don't care about that sort of thing. Doth a fair king, a fair and righteous king, ask for a freaking head count upon the number betwixt of his loyal subjects and followers? Nay, does not do that. Does a righteous king ask for the chat to give what's up and not begin his holy rule unless he sees a certain number of subscriber-only emotes? Nay, is not. A just king rules with a just hand and a just sense of when it's time to adjust and what kind of adjustments to make. One big adjustment is that this is not the apartment in which I was in. This is not the space. These are not the walls. That bookcase came with me. You didn't see it in the old set. By set, I mean my home. But you see it in this one. That's the way that it is. That's the way that it shall be. That's the way that it should be. What do I have to say about such a thing? I'm just gonna wax philosophic. When there's no one watching, you can really dance like there's no one watching. I know it's kind of dinner time. I'm not really doing this tonight expecting anyone to really tune in. Not at dinner time on a Sunday night. If anyone hops in, hello, I shall say. I think I'm going to do a bigger and more intentful stream tomorrow night, but I just wanted to do this for a little bit. Man, my eyes sure do just look like that. Hello. Yeah, I didn't move. I just changed seats. I just changed sets. For a second, I thought you said change seats. Like, yeah, no, I actually do this out of a big car. And you know, from each position within the car, things look a little bit different. Hi, Ron. Welcome in. I know I am streaming at like the exact apex of normal human dinner time, but I've been hanging out today. I've been working on thumbnails for the VODs for here. You know what? Fuck it. So, last weekend at twitch.tv/Moonshot Network, we held Ground Control, which is kind of our new replacement for Extra Life. Reason being that we decided we'd like to try, making it a little more ours, doing it for different charities when it made sense. And this year we did it for to raise money for mutual aid for Hurricane Helene disaster relief. And still nuts to me a podcast network controls the ground. Listen, why do you think? Listen, Joe wasn't into it. That's why they had to go. That's why we had to rebrand. Here's what one of the thumbnails for a segment from Ground Control looks like. That's for Nightmare Ned, which is a game that Claudia Alexandrite speedran. I'll give you another one. There's for Pacific Drive, which me and Riley woke up at 4 a.m. to do to take over for Marn after she did Kingdom Hearts and puzzle games all night. The nice thing about being king of the Moonshot YouTube is no one can tell you what you can and can't show from the Moonshot YouTube. I can just do that. But yeah, I've been working on that all day and getting all of those VODs queued to start going out. They are going to go out over the next week. Really excited to have them up. Been doing that. Been watching a couple people I watch on Twitch, and I just went, I I should dust the old bird off for a little while. I think I'll do this tomorrow night too. Me and Claudia finished Indigo Prophecy, and so now we don't really have anything we're doing for a little while. We are gonna be coming back on the Moonshot channel in 2025 with some more. We have defeated David Cage, but there are others like him out there. No, we're just gonna be doing some other like choice-based narrative adventure game stuff that we're excited to do, because I think Claudia knew it. She never forgot. I forgot how much I fucking like playing that kind of game. I really, really had a great time going through all of David Cage's shit with her. And so we're gonna be, I think we're gonna be doing the Dark Pictures is the name of that series. I keep forgetting. We're going to do Dark Pictures, which is the co-op game anthology by the creators of Until Dawn and The Quarry. And that is the plan for 2025. So, no stream over there on Monday, tomorrow. So I'll probably be doing something longer tomorrow. But for tonight, like I said, I just wanted to rev this guy back up because I know it had been a couple weeks since I'd turn this stream on because of reasons related to which I am in a new home. Here it is. I am now at one end of a pretty long living room, and you can't see it. I could here. Hold on a minute. Let me do this. So I'm gonna pluck this guy off. You know, there's a lovely big window. You may recall the old place was in a basement. We are no longer living that basement life. And there's my bookcase behind me. That may change where that is. Got a new couch. There's just the rest of the living room. You may notice it's a whole space with space. And also it's kind of empty so far because I just started moving it. The kitchen's also through there where I have a pot of soup simmering. I'm going to be right back to stir my soup. Onion. Hold this space, Onion. Oh, hold on. You got to face inward. You got to face towards the middle. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Come on. Just hold on. I'm just. That's good. The soup is looking good. Soup is going great. It is my classic lentil and yellow potato soup that is just like my. I don't want to think about what to cook very much. What's a very easy thing I can make a lot of. And I hadn't made it in the new place yet. It's like $15 for the ingredients and it lasts you like 8 meals and it's just such a good, literally that one recipe changed my life in the kitchen. That's true. All right. I think we're going to play a little video game whose name is, it's Pokemon Emerald Seaglass. I don't have huge goals on this one. There we go. I don't have huge goals for today. Last time we touched this game, oh fuck, my controller's not plugged in. Hold on. So I also got here, we're switching back over here. No, I don't need you again, but I do need you. I got a, like, because this apartment's like all carpet, or at least the living room is. And my computer case has little feeties, but I wasn't going to leave that on the carpet. So I got like a wheeled, like, stand. It's like a stand you know, provides a flat surface for it, and then it also has like a very slightly taller than my desk, like resting height countertop on the top stand. It's got wheels, it's great. It's also got a couple of storage compartments in it, and I put my controller in there, and you best believe I didn't remember to plug the fucking thing in because I'm so used to... Basically, this apartment, for a myriad of reasons, has me feeling like I am entering / about to enter a... There we go. A way more organized stage of my life, which is great for this, because I'd love to be more organized in how I do this and my moonshot stuff and just, you know, like anything I'm doing, any of my hobbies that are on the computer. God. Buck tickle. So last time we were on here, we got to the second gym in our first run and we fucking wiped. Cause Brawly's Heracross just... You can't let that fucker bulk up is what we learned. You need to not let him bulk up. We absolutely team wiped to that fight. We also didn't really like grind properly. We could have done some work we didn't do. My goal here this evening is to maybe get us some levels, do some grind time. Nothing, it ain't nothing serious, Doctor. A little bit of that. Let's take a look at who we have. Here's Buck Tickle. Sure as shit, that's Buck Tickle. He's got Technician, weaker moves are up. He's got good speed. Pretty by the book. Sharp beak on him. Victini, we're not really doing anything with. Charcuterie, it's Mudkip. That's Mudkip, baby. Neutral everything. Fine. Champ Portly does not have what we want nature-wise, but we'll get him there. Qualvaprofen. Yeah, he's fine. We have 3 water types. But frankly, I've done more with less. Ooh, that soup's starting to smell good. Ooh-wee! But let's I need to remember what the hell we did and didn't do down here. I feel like there's some trainers we never clashed with. Are you one of them? You are one of them. Buck tickle! But yeah, I also just wanted to get a couple of these in because I am about to be like back home for the holidays and away for the holidays for a while. On Wednesday, I am hopping on a train to Connecticut for Thanksgiving to see some family and enjoy Thanksgiving there. I expect to meet many dogs, and that will be delightful. After that, I am going to be streaming your bathroom. Okay, Chief, I'll take you up on it. I'm going to be back. Yeah, that's right, where you're saying. From like the middle of December, basically to the start of next year. So I'm going to be away for a few weeks. And, yeah, I don't know. Not trying to make any huge moves on any Extreme Salsing stream I do between now and then because I know I am about to leave. How are you... Unless the Bide dialogue also just auto-fasters than me since it's... I could have attacked on that turn, and I kinda forgot. Oh, thank you for the submarine! Thank you for getting... I need to turn off studio mode so I can actually read those. thank you, little Ron White, for giving to the great salsa jar. Or the great soup pot tonight. Merry Chrysler to you. And your pennies will go towards my medical bills. I'm such a sick little boy. I'm so sick. I'm so ill. We were ill. Yeah, no, mobile's a fucking mess. I was just watching, I was in Party Arlie's chat for a while today, and I was just like, I had her on my phone while I was doing moonshot stuff on my computer, because I needed both my monitors for what I was doing. And Jesus, what a shit show Twitch on mobile really is. It's bad out there, gamers. You should just be a Magikarp guy, I think. Ooh, it smells like potatoes and curry powder. I just realized I've cut the game off on my layout a little bit here. Oh, wow. I really fucked that up. Why RIM was to even do that? Trying not to run from the bat. Yeah, I don't like that dash. I mean, like, I forgot you have, like, no moves. I kinda get it. I'll be right back. My soup is hissing. There are no issues regarding the soup. Ugh. It was just hissing, but it wasn't a big hiss. It was a small hiss. You're gonna take 10,000 years to kill this, and that's not good content. My entire followed list didn't disappear without me opening an additional menu. Yeah. It's not good. It just isn't good. Hi, Juliet. Oh, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Are enjoying it. Yeah, it fucking kicks ass. I'm greatly enjoying it. I hope you continue to have a great time with it. And Juliet, I hope you've been doing good in general. The ground control last weekend was such a fun time, and like such a nice, just like, you know, reunion with my friends who I don't usually see kind of thing. But it always makes one sad to not see the friends who can't make it in person. Juliet, one day I hope to have you with us for one of those, because it was a fine time. It was a lovely time. Yes, Supermain's issue list. It was just a little higher heat than I should have left it on. It's just on a good long simmer. My apartment smells great. It smells great in here. The smell of soup will lull me to sleep tonight and wake up with me in the morning. Also experimenting with lighting in this place, because it's a situation where like there's ceiling lights on the other far end of the living room, but not over here. I have a lamp right over here that's giving me light, and I'm figuring out what works lighting wise. And obviously the fact that I'm not wearing my glasses right now is because I tend to just get a tremendous amount of glare, because I've realized after this weekend using Marn's computer monitor on my computer to run the stream on, I need to get new monitors. These ones work still, but boy, they are just the glare on them is so, like, they're not. I don't have a good sense of different types of monitor, but they are a reflective, glossy screen type, as opposed to a matte finish screen type. How's that for you? Does that express the concept well enough? Because it's what I've got. And that's just not good for anyone. I need to make a change. Obviously, it's not like a priority one shift to make. Not when I like need to buy some new furniture and stuff. You know, important things. But well, if I were to make a list, it'd be on the list. Yeah, I mean, I think it's also just like LED versus LCD versus whatever. But I also, like, my knowledge of that is like a decade out of date, really, with TVs too. I know, obviously, I know like OLEDs are huge. Ron, I literally own your old 4K. It's not like I know nothing, but yeah. Yeah, these are Acers, and they're good Acers. They're our friends, the Radiant Gardeners' old Acers. But I just need to not be living this life forever. It's also like, going back to the Twitch thing, when you stream on Twitch, there is like an option to like, do you want to manage your stream from a mobile dashboard? That's cool in a vacuum, but like, I'll be fucked if I can get that thing to really do anything useful for me. Twitch needs like better, easier, quick click moderator view stuff for the streamer. Like, I should not scramble and have to remember what to do and where to go in order to like ban a spammer, and like it's never a simple, easy process. And I just simply wish it was. Did we catch someone in here? 104, 102, 101, 101, 103. No, we killed our catch in here, didn't we? Did they go up to 1440? I would have to die. I have no idea. Like I said, I bought him used from our friend, and I didn't ask a lot of questions. I just knew I needed to stop using the small Westinghouse TV that I had been using as a monitor for some time up to that point. Really working my way up from the basement in terms of computer stuff over the last, like, 5-6 years. It's very funny to remember that a few years ago I was, hell, a couple years ago I was still using Ruby's incredibly old computer that I helped them build many years ago. A Poliwag! Not that we need another water type, but we could have had a Poliwag! I'm just saying. Alright, let's throw a bird at some bugs. Let's... yeah. But yeah, figuring out lighting in here is definitely like an ongoing pursuit. It is something that will take some time to do. Yeah, in the daytime it's great in here because that is a huge window over there on that side. And so that'll be fun to play with over time. I think, like I said though, I'm really excited to be like in a space that I can treat like a set a little more. So like I've got that back wall behind me. I think I'm gonna get like a giant set of shelves because like if I were to put the webcam on this monitor, on the other one, you get a little more of the shelves. We'll see where things go. Maybe I'll stream like this. Okay, so we're gonna kill this next Weedle here. Okay, great. That Weedle's down. Yeah, goodbye. I want to just get like a really long set of shelves behind me on that wall. Just to put like, you know, a combination of, just like a mix of books and figures and like DVDs and some games. Just kind of have that be the like mixed media shelf that then is also kind of like part of the set, you know? Oh, it's worth noting the effigy is here still. The lamp that's just off screen has little shelves on it and effigy is on one of those. I see you. I know you're there. I can never forget. You do not allow that to happen. You do not allow me to forget. Good job, Buck. Think about Buck. Knows how to tickle. The thing about Buck is he knows how to tickle. Has the effigy caused anything in this new place yet? You know, I don't think so, and he's off screen. It was decided by me that he could be off screen for a while. But I don't know. That's a good question. Nothing supernatural. I'm also gonna do this real quick. Nothing supernatural has occurred in here yet that I'm aware of that I can like think of off the dome. Actually, hold on, but then I don't. I want to have Miss Magius, but I also want to have Pyrospite. Fuck! Oh well. This is all a work in progress, as you can clearly see and understand. Leave it back how it all was. Yeah, the effigy has not, to my knowledge, caused anything yet. It's been pretty by the book in here. Nothing wacky has happened. The main thing with this new apartment is that because I have a lot of just like open space right now, there's a little bit of an echo in here because again, like there's furniture I need to buy and shit like that. I have put up exactly one thing on my wall, and that is my my whiteboard, which I use for various podcast and streaming related things. There's like APR notes on there and stuff for like how to mix certain scenes. I use it a lot for any time we're doing like a big event stream. But other than that, I haven't hung anything on the walls yet. I need to get a new like record stand because I had these slanted shelves that the top end of rests on my walls, and every apartment I've ever been in, that has just been a nightmare for the walls on move out, like I've ended up chipping things and stuff. That's right, you have a Whalmer in this version. That's fine. And so I got rid of those shelves, and that is where my record player and records and speakers all were. And I have big speakers. So I'm gonna get something new that I think is gonna go right by the window here. And then I'm gonna get new shelves that are gonna go back there. Those orange shelves are probably gonna go in my bedroom. And there's also like room for a little like dining room table in this place. So I'm gonna have to do that at some point. I'm not sweating too much about all that when I'm literally about to, again, we outspeed. We're good. When I'm literally about to hop on a train and leave, and then hop in a car and leave again. I'm not worrying too much about that stuff at this moment. Yeah, I gotta put all my stuff up. I've got some figures coming in the mail. Early next year. I've got these special edition Mob and Regan Mob Psychos that I'm excited about, where they're wearing fancy outfits and they're like splattered in paint. Very fun stuff. And I've got like stuff that has been in boxes through multiple apartments. Just because it's either been like, I don't know, I've had limited space for a while, and I feel like this place, Mob, what do you want? This place gives me a really good opportunity to get that stuff out there, you know? Actually, here, let me show. At ground control last weekend, Emma, Moonshot's own Emma, voice of Audrey Jensen in Interstitial Infinity, got me an art print at a convention they were at earlier this year. I forget what convention, but look at that. That's a really good Mob and Regan print that I like a lot, and so I'm really excited to put that up. I want to, like, you know, I love the idea of having stuff up of people I've voiced now. I need to get a Carrie for the end of season 1 and for season 2. I need to get a Pidge. And then when we finish the art of the Zelda season that I'm in, that Marn has been doing art on, I need to like get a print of that art and put it up. I've thought about I have thought about getting like prints done of shows I've been on and made and just like framed them and hung them up, or at least maybe doing that with the APR, because APR season 2 is gonna have new art. We're gonna the artist, same artist, Gary Calupo, who rocks. I was just emailing with him the other week, and we're gonna do new art for season 2. Same logo, just on new art. You know, same color scheme. Maybe add a new color, subtract a color, have some fun with that. And I love the idea of getting, you know, the seasons of that framed. While I'm back here for a second, I'm gonna go stir that soup. It's just about done, probably. I'm gonna let you know how that soup's going. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good, gamers. We're looking pretty good, Onion. Onion, I put one of you in the soup. An onion, not a monkey. Let me be sparkling clear. Yeah, I love the idea of doing that with APR. And I would do them like if I could, you know, they sell like frames for records and stuff that are perfectly square. I would like do them that size if I could. You know, your lovely wife has talked about her French onion soup. I'm positive. I am like as positive as possible that like she has and you have over the years. I've never had it. I've never had yours or hers. I would love that. Does she do it with like the cheese baked on top and everything? Which I guess that's how you do it. It wouldn't be French onion soup if not. That sounds I really like French onion soup, but I've only had it like a very small handful of times. Like Ron, you know, local restaurant, the Pepper Mill in our area. That I like. Food memories are so funny where like I know for a fact that's the first place I ever had French onion soup. And I loved it. It was very good. And I've had good French onion soup a couple other places, but it's just not one that I get a ton. Sometimes you even get a little oven fire, absolutely. But I remember they had really good. Yeah, it does check out. Like I mean, it's a gourmet feeling thing that still just has a bunch of fucking cheese on it. Of course, that's a Peppermill staple. I feel like. That's like the Peppermill and the Harvest. I got to tell Ron, I think you're the only one in chat, but like, you're the only one watching rather, but even if not, this is really just for me and you. But I got to tell the story of the Harvest and Queen of Hearts, not on stream at the Ground Control, but we were just talking about like weird like restaurant drama and local business drama, and I got to recount that whole story to some of the Moonshot compatriots over the weekend. Peak local shit, man. It's that, and it's the thing about Siam Tai and Aroy D. I'm doxing myself for no one. But it's the thing about Siam Tai and Aroy D, which I think I've told you in person, because I learned it at the bar at Siam Tai one night. In of a sane thing to learn. You'll know where I'm from. We can't be having that now, can we? I've taken my soup off the heat, though. Man, maybe I'll... Fuck! Ron, you've inspired me. I have in my fridge right now... Come here, let's talk. I have in my fridge right now some shredded cheese, just, I don't know, taco blend or whatever. I with some leftover shredded cheese from Ground Control. Side note, I made a big batch of my home fries at Ground Control, and they were much loved. I have cheese, and I have like a mug. I could put some of my soup in a mug, put cheese on top of it, put that in the air fryer on like broil for a few minutes. I think that mug's oven safe. I actually have nowhere, so right now the air fryer's on the floor because I'm out of counter space. The one bad thing about my new apartment is there's not a big kitchen. It's a small kitchen. And I don't know that I can jerry-rig a good place for it in a hurry. Yeah, the mug being safe is a real concern. We're not gonna do that, but it was a really exciting idea for a second. I am just gonna put some cheese on my soup. But for a second, I got really excited about that idea. Oh, it smells like soup in here. It could have been a something. You're so right about that. What's up, Seed Freak? But yeah, Ground Control is really fun. This is not my first stream of any kind in this new apartment. That would be the Monday after moving in. I set everything up exactly in time for me and Claudia to finish Indigo Prophecy, which will be on the Moonshot YouTube forthcoming. That was so fun. What a weird fucking game. That's like about kind of nothing, but also multiple murders and cult activity, and also like halfway through it becomes it becomes like a John Wick thing. You're like doing kung fu all over the place. Very, very strange video game. But literally before moving, I took all the keycaps off my keyboard because I hadn't cleaned under them in long enough, and I had to do some deep cleaning, especially because I was taking my keyboard with me to ground control, and I didn't want to give everyone a fucking disgusting keyboard to work with. It still could have been cleaner, if I'm being really honest, but it was like there was a mat of like it was like cleaning out the lint trap on a dryer after a heavy cycle in that motherfucker. Pretty bad, pretty gross. And I put all the keycaps in just like a Ziploc bag, and then, moved that way. And so I come here, I'm setting up the computer after work, or after like moving a bunch of stuff. I forget what I was doing that day. And then I realize, oh fuck, I never put the keycaps back on. And so I tell Claudia, hey, I might be a little extra time. I am solving a puzzle the likes of which I will recount to you in great comedy live on air. This Meowth has a quick claw. Wish we could catch it and take that. But this is still 104, so we have our capture already. After we get to Rustboro, I think we're just gonna come back here, speed up the game, and grind. I thought about it, actually. I thought about being like, hey, Claudia, can I stream me putting my keyboard back together to you, and you just have that in place of my camera while we play Indigo Prophecy? But it would have been too distracting. I couldn't have done it. But I loved the idea. I really loved the idea. And so that was my puzzle to solve, was that. Computer did great streaming ground control, though, I'll tell you that. Here's where we get these. We're gonna buy a Modest Mint for our Muddy Kip. Good. Last time I was wrong about where we got him. This is very exciting. But no, the computer did really well. Of course it did, but I was very proud. Definitely had that moment of, it was sitting just on the desk at the Airbnb we were at. And so I saw in much greater light than usual the amount of dust buildup inside it. So I do kind of feel like Jay, the grimy boy who brought his grimy equipment to ground control to stream with. But it was okay. It all worked out. We raised $5,800 for Appalachian hurricane relief, and I think that's mighty swell. I'm real happy we were able to do that. Especially Clown, Moonshot's own Clown, voice of Trish Una in Interstitial Infinity, was supposed to join us but couldn't because of issues. She was sick. I know, it was a really good amount of money. But Clown is like from that area. She's mentioned this on a thing or two. I don't think I'm doxing her. She and like family of hers are from that region. I have other friends who are from that region. People at my work are from that region. It just felt really good to do. It's not like hyper personal to me, but it is, like, cause it's not like my family's from there, but it is people I care about are from there and have ties to there. And so it it meant a lot to do that. You know, it always does, but it really did this year with that being the goal in mind. Yeah, it was a lot of money. We typically like 5K has been our goal for stuff since opening Moonshot, and it's like it always feels amazing to hit it. Sometimes we hit 6, sometimes we don't. We started this event with a little conversation of like, hey, obviously we're all happy to be here. Let's keep it positive. If we don't make 5 this year, remember that like things are rough for everyone. Also, in a second, I'll say I just remembered a thing I'm going to do instead of cheese on soup. That just hit me. But, you know, just like an awful election just happened. A lot of people are like financially planning very carefully right now because they don't know what's coming. They don't know what's next. I know I'm going to be doing that. I know literally Monday morning, Monday after we all finished packing up the Airbnb and leaving, I was driving me and someone else to Baltimore to meet up with Marn and some folks and grab lunch. And we were just talking about like investments and financial planning for like a huge chunk of the drive because it's just part of what's on everyone's mind now with the outcome of everything. And so, you know, we don't know how things are going to go money-wise. Maybe we don't hit 5K. That's okay. Maybe whatever. We don't, you know, like. And yeah, people did step up for charity and you love to see it. Things moved at a good clip. We had incentives this year that really worked well. We had, this was all Marn, I believe. I want to give Marn full credit. So we had a rock band segment, which will not be on YouTube because of the nature of music licensing on the internet. But we had a rock band segment. We had a playlist. It was Clone Hero. And we said, hey, we have like 4 or 5 other set lists we built in Clone Hero. You are going to vote with your dollar and tell us which 1 or 2 of them you want to hear us play in the finale tomorrow on Sunday. Assuming we make it to a certain goal, which we did in time, we are going to play 2 of these, like 5 or 6, and it was the meme playlist, the misogyny playlist, the horny playlist, the anime playlist, and the 126-minute mashup song. And we said donate to cast your votes for which ones are gonna be the ones we play on Sunday, and that did really well for us. That did like better than I really ever would have guessed. Like not like it was a great idea and we all knew, but even so, it did gangbusters for us. And that was really cool. That was really cool to see that idea do so well. And donation stuff on Mario Party always does really well. We just had stuff like I think our donation incentives performed really well this year. And we're gonna do like a little post-mortem meeting talking about it. It was great. Really fucking happy to see that. Man, Buck, having a good flying type is really coming in clutch for us. Yeah, exactly. Like this year really, and you know, we had our foibles, we had our little hiccups and hullabaloos. But this year really made me feel like we fucking got it. Like, we know how to do this. We know what things work and don't work. We have trialed and errored our way through tons of different ideas in terms of like what donation incentives work, whether like raffles are a good idea, what to sink our time into and our attention into, where to sink how much of our focus. And I think we've really got it now. And part of that, shout out to Paddington, who's new with us this year and was on deck for so much of everything. God, what a fucking professional who is now part of Moonshot and is helping us plan and organize our streams on a back-end level that is also another Maryland local, and so like was there, and we got to meet them. Just so good, so cool. We got cut. My tummy is literally rumbling ATM, TBH, NGL, FR. I am going to put the controller down and so I have this cheesy jalapeno bread How big is Facebook Bigger right now? Ah, that big, I see. Great. I have this cheesy, I got this like 6-pack of cheesy jalapeno sub rolls from my grocery store. One of the great things about this move is that I live near a full-size supermarket now, as opposed to the tiny little supermarket I lived by that was very bad. And there was a Whole Foods, but it was fucking Whole Foods. Now, like a Safeway, which is the like affordable local supermarket of note, is across the street from me. It's a full-sized one. It's huge. The bakery in this Safeway has great stuff, such as a pack of 6 jalapeno cheddar sub rolls, which I looked at and I went, ooh, because it's like 6 inches each. They're the full fucking ahoy. So I'm gonna toast one of those up with some cheese on them, and grab a mug of soup and one of those. I am going to, yeah, they're great with eggs. They're great with everything. Having some great food moments right now. Here, I'm gonna like text BRB for reason of soup. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and assemble my soupy paraphernalia, and I'll be right back. We're in business, folks. Onion. Oh my god, what happened to my throat? We're in business. We're in business and out of puberty. Oh my goodness. We're freaking doing it. It's time for a little soup moment. We're in bigness. Yeah, so friggin' like, you know, the top half of the roll looks like this. You know, it's covered in cheese and jalapeno. I put some friggin' cheese on the other side and toasted that bad boy. And I do have to. This looks really good and smells really good. I think the soup came out pretty good. I think I put a little more salt in it than I needed to, but I mean, you got potatoes in your soup, you got a lot of room for salt. Those motherfuckers will absorb salt all day. There's my soup. Look at my beautiful soup. It's still like near boilingly hot, so I'm gonna let it cool for a minute, but I'm quite excited about my bread and my soup. God damn it! Oh, did Effigy get a ghost bowl? Effigy, if Effigy wants some, Effigy can get it. Effigy does what Effigy must, and does what Effigy can. Effigy knows how to do the types of things that Effigy needs to do. Just a thing I'll say about Effigy. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do... Oh yeah, hold on a minute. So... Sorry, so before switching back... I need to open up Google Photos. It's back, it's syncing. I need to sync so I can grab a photo I took while I was in the kitchen. Which of these is the best? Alright, hold on. So... Here's how I toasted that bread. It's like I said, so... I don't have a ton of room in that kitchen, and there's like a gap where you would put like a 3-foot long table or counter of your own in there, and I just don't have that yet. I'm gonna be grabbing one when I go home for Christmas, actually. And I had to decide between having room for my microwave or my air fryer on what countertop space I had, and I picked the microwave just for reheating leftovers reasons. And I don't have any other thing to put this on yet, so that was just... This is just in the dining room like that. That feel. I took 3 different photos of this. I was just so amused by it. Anyway. Just had to let you know. Don't let anyone know how I live. Men literally live like this. Gamers literally game like this and say it's no problem. They say it just like that too. All right. So I'm not worried about us getting a little over leveled. We're gonna do the trainers in here, but not Roxanne. We're gonna do the trainers in here, and then we're gonna back out and just grind our we're gonna level our other guys a little bit. And like I was saying, I think this will be a shorter stream. Basically, my plan is I assume that Andrew and Sam are doing their sleepover Sunday Pokemon ROM hack business as usual later. When they go live, we'll probably end sooner around thereafter and raid them. Ooh! I take back my too much salt comment. That is a great batch of soup. Holy shit. Good job, Jay. I love that soup. I would say, like, you need to have a recipe that's just something you can make a lot of and not think. And that is this soup for me, where it is just bag of lentils, big thing of chicken broth, bag of potatoes, or just 3 individual potatoes if I'm shopping somewhere that sells them a la carte, a little bag of carrots. That's all I need at the grocery store. That's 15 bucks. Go home, peel your taters, peel your carrots. Oh, and an onion, a yellow onion to get us up there. Cut everything up. You need some garlic and some butter. You melt a tablespoon of butter, you saute your garlic in that, then you toss your potatoes in there, toss it in the butter, and actually, like, just let the potatoes simmer on medium-high heat for about 8 minutes. Then you put in your carrots and your onion and your lentils. Stir all that together, season however you want. Then you, dump all your chicken broth in. Close the lid on that motherfucker, medium sizzle. Medium sizzle and let him get the rizzle. Simmer for like an hour, and you've got a tremendous batch of some top tier, really hearty, healthy, protein rich, nutrient rich soup. That's really good. Salt, pepper, cumin. This is what I season it with. Salt, pepper, garlic powder if you don't have minced garlic. Don't be ashamed, kitten. It's okay. And curry powder. I do curry powder. I think yellow potatoes and curry powder. This is a very, like, Indian food thing. But yellow potatoes and curry powder, man, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Okay, good reminder, as we're past Gen 3 in terms of move pools and ability pools. These guys have Sturdy, and it's Gen 5 onward Sturdy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a big hit, knowing that it won't kill because of that. And the other one's just gonna do small damage for the same reason. The one thing to note, it's not really a dipping soup. It's like a chili thick. Like, this is a dense situation. So if you're cool with that. And seriously, like 15 bucks of groceries for, you know, a meal that'll last you fucking 8 meals. I'm sure you're sturdy as well. You're not, so we'll go ahead and do that, and do that. Mudkip and Lotad is pretty much the best possible combination of Pokemon you could roll up into this gym with. Bonsley, why are you so chonky? Thick baby. And down he goes. Natural gift. Fuck that, I think, actually. Yeah, I think we are going to stop learning natural gift. A move no one has ever used. Fury Attack's good. Fury Attack is very good. What's up with Nose Pass? What do you mean? He's just trying to get a sniff. Ain't nothing wrong with a little sniffing. Well, the thing about Nose Pass, right? Ron, let's say you have a perversion. Let's say you have some kind of perversion. You have the choice to either hide it or wear it on your sleeve. Nose Pass likes to sniff. A little bit of a perversion if you ask me. But Nose Pass knows that sure, he could, you know, hide it. He could shy away. He could take a normal office job, marry a normal gal, and just hide away that part of himself that loves to sniff. Or he could let that freak flag fly. And I think the reason that nose is bright red is that is the red flag of his freak flag flying. That red flag is flying. Whether you choose to see it for the red flag it is, or you just go, ah, I like to sniff too. That's up to you. That's between you and God. Or the devil, or God. Sure, man, it's on the nose. That's what we do to pun givers in this town. The old concern close-up. Some people do wear their nose on their sleeves. That's when you don't have a tissue. When you're all snotty and you don't have a tissue and you gotta do something. Alright, so. We are not gonna do the well. Actually, yeah, fuck it. We're not gonna go north, but we do have an encounter and a static here. And I just changed my mind that yes, we are gonna do those now. Let me grab Pokeballs. We might as well see if we... Jeez. Soup that makes it hard to stream. We might as well at least see if we can get anything else interesting to put some levels into. How are we for, like... Let's get 2 more of those. 3 of those. 2 of those. 2 of those. Damn. I noticed the X items exactly too late financially to do anything about it. Which is to say, right after I spent too much of my money. Alright, there's our wishing star. So there's 2 encounters here. We get the grass catch. We'll do that first. Something other than Chime. Oh my goodness! Well, alright. We're in fucking business now. I don't want to accidentally kill you. Pick a god and pray. Fuck! Oh! Hey Ron, did you see that? Damn, I was hoping for another dog. The soup was too strong. I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. Stats are different in this game, such that like I make judgment calls a little differently. And so like I actually did that because some things we've had don't hit as hard as you would expect them to. I would like to argue we can get a second shot of that because this is a ROM hack with differences in its design that cause judgment calls such as that to be a little different. Now I've got a motherfucker out who I know will be able to hit without killing it. Ron, you and I are doing right now what has to be done for the run to be just. There's also why not? Fuck. Motherfucker has shadow tag. We're right now, I think, just operating on like grinding rules where I don't think a death counts while we're doing this. Just fully shedding the actual rules of the Nuzlocke for but a moment. Oh man, everything's here. Alright. Hold on. Now we're going fast. Knowing how many things are in this grass makes it way funnier that we got shingling last time. Fuck off. That wasn't even what I meant to hit. What do you mean, not very effective? Oh, did they make you part steel type? Is that what they did? Freed from wrap. Fuck off, man! Oh, this is a nightmare. I need to switch Victini out as soon as I can. I'm now wasting healing items on this shit. Oh my god! Freed from wrap. Get charcuterie out here. Charcuterie kill. Sick 'em, boy! Now we have to go heal because of what Chingling did. Alright, this is a holy mission we're on now. Never had the mood of a room lifted due to Chingling being around. God damn it, why'd I just let this happen to myself again? I really gotta not have Victini be out until the moment of the big dance. Dog zoo. That's right, Ron. We're working towards the dog zoo. Great. Thank God Victini is now just getting experience. Okay. Charcuterie's out. Nothing can hurt us now. Sorry, charcuterie. I never want to see another Chingling as long as I live. That Sentret has bunched more bells statistically than any other Sentret. That's probably true. Oh, don't mind us, just leveling the local population in search of a dog. For our dog zoo, Ron, we must complete the dog zoo. I can't believe we just killed the last living fucking Growlithe. Yeah, there we go. We did not kill the last living Growlithe. Alright. We'll keep that at 2 hundo. Very good. I'm gonna quickly save the game. And, now I'm gonna hit it. Nice. Alright, everyone clench. Fuck. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. There we go. Ron, unless you disagree, I think this dog must be simply named Dog Zoo. Oh, Qualvaprofen's getting confusion. We're getting psychic moves. Things are looking up. Fuck water sport. What are we, a friggin' splash pad at a Six Flags? Are we Old Forge, New York attraction water safari over here? The dog zoo. The dog zoo. Hello! You got Intimidate, which is beautiful. Speed is up. That's a fine nature. Beautiful. I'm excited to be a patron of the dog zoo. Now that we did that encounter completely normally and with no moving of the celestial bodies whatsoever, someone has to, Ron. Once someone on a podcast I listened to referenced seeing a movie while on vacation in Old Forge. So I guess they got a movie theater somewhere up there. Just a projector and a wide tree. Alright. Okay. Well, it's certainly not. It's no Zanskwo-Swelpt. It's no Janskwo-Squelped the Squirtle. But, it'll do. It's technically gonna go see Dune 2 in Old Forge. It might slap. That might be the place to see Dune 2. You don't know. With a bear. Well, the bear runs concessions. What the hell should we call this puzzle? Bad math. Math. You can't spell Matthew without math. Really makes you think. Is that just Math Man? Well, it's a lady. How about Math Lass? Alright. Well, that I feel extra vindicated now for the growl. Imagine if we had let that Growlithe die and then we'd gotten a fucking Plusle. Just imagine how sad everything would have felt in that moment. Alright. It's time for some of you little guys to pull your freaking weight. Let's turn you... Well... No, we're gonna leave that on and just fucking... Everyone's fine to level up still. I feel like 15 is a good level to bring into this... fight. Actually, hold on a minute. Hold the phone. I'm gonna see if I can call something up real quick. called Technician. Boost weaker moves.
There we go.
What is the...
Oh, man. Shit.
I can never remember what classifies as a weaker move.
I remember that apartment. That feels like so long ago.
The giant from the Princess Bride. I have not seen the Princess Bride in so long. That's really nice, though. I like that.
I agree.
Okay. Technician increases the power of moves, but usually usually base 60 power or below. By is an multifaceted.
I want
Jeopardy
to
image.
take a look at this fight and just remind myself of levels.
But it was like a video where he was meant to be like protesting as part of the fantasy or whatever. But it was just very unclear whether like, is he talking like this because he's British? Is he talking like this because they directed him to? Like what? How did we get here?
I know what I'm talking about.
I like Roxanne's little overworld sprite. Let's fight her.
Ooh.
It looks good with that color palette. She does look like a strict like boarding school instructor.
Yeah, Jay. Get
More
on
new
with it.
faces to enjoy.
Is it just because he's British? The story I was telling, if you weren't there. Oh no, you were there. You heard about this. It was, no, you mustn't. No. You mustn't. You mustn't. No. Which was a YouTube video we put on in college that was the beginning of a porn video where it was just an old British man tied to a chair with like a dominatrix like showing him her various Robertsons and like licking his cheek and shit, and he's just going, no, you mustn't. Her Swiss Family Robinsons, exactly.
Unable
Okay,
to
so
hit
she
us.
has the fossils and nose pass in this version. So it's 12.
It's a good look.
12.
The misplay. What do we want?
Where's that nosy freak we were just talking about?
Guys.
Jay, get out of the fucking menus. This fight was hard. We nearly beefed it. Okay, 15.
Trigger your berry, fine.
Let's say we can get up to 15.
Wow, okay. Good.
Alright. That feels fine. We're not gonna keep watching me having done this before. Oh, there's an interesting... I have a lot of just interesting images I use as desktop backgrounds, and here's one of them. This is like from an I Spy book or something. No, it's not from that. What is this from? Maybe like an educational game from the 90s or something? I forget. But I thought it was cool. Alright, so everyone's allowed to be up to 15. I will put Mudcube in the box once we hit that threshold. I'm gonna go ahead and 400% us. And we're just gonna cruise for a little while. We're just gonna beat shit up here. Ugh. There you go, Dog Zoo. Yeah, love that we have like that range of coverage now. And honestly, even like Psyduck is coming in clutch now that it knows confusion. Let's actually like we have not met Qualiprofen. What breed do you think the first dog looked like? That's a good question. Well, we know. Have you seen that art of like the artist's presumption of like the first mammal
to like have a backbone and like crawl out of the soup and whatnot. Where it kind of just looks like a crocodile with a really like long smiley mouth. We're going back to the computer again. Like I think... Oh no, okay, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of like the first thing to crawl out of the soup. I just googled first mammal. You're right, first soup, we do gotta be careful. Here's the first here's some renditions of the first mammal that we can look at. Here's something to behold. So, if this shrew-like creature from 225 million years ago is the oldest mammal ever identified, that means there's a good chance that dogs... You gotta just really look at this guy and think, what dog looks the most like this? Yeah, maybe there's a dog in there. There's also this guy, whatever he's got going on. That could be a dog. No, first animal crawling out of the sea. There's what I was looking for. This is the fucking... This guy really ruined everything. This cat was like, I'm gonna see what's out there. Fucking idiot. Why'd you do that? Oh, we have a skull of it. Tiktaalik rosier. Tiktaalik rosier, everybody. The more you know. New research has provided the first detailed look into the internal head skeleton of Tiktaalik rosier, the 375 million year old fossil animal that represents an important intermediate step in the evolutionary transition from fish to animals that walked on land. Results of the study, published in this week's issue of the journal Nature, show that the transition from aquatic life to terrestrial lifestyle involved complex changes complex changes not only to appendages, but to the internal head skeleton. This dude literally crawled out of the soup so that we could elect Donald Trump, but also so that we could play fun Pokemon ROM hacks. Auto run. Didn't know that was a button I had now, did I? Look at that. Now I'm running everywhere. So yeah, keep that guy's fucking head in your mind when you think about the first dog. And what kind of zoo it could have been part of. Alright, fine. Oldest dog. Oh my god, it's Bobby! Alright, that's not quite what I meant to... Here, let me fucking... What am I doing here? What's up, Bobby? You're not what I was looking for. Oldest dog... Wait, what the fuck happened in February? Bullshit! Bullshit! What? Guinness World Records posthumously strips Bobby of his title of oldest dog ever. The Guinness World Records didn't let sleeping dogs lie when the group announced on Thursday that the former oldest dog ever will be stripped of his fucking title. According to its review and appeals process, Guinness concluded that it no longer has any evidence to support that Bobby, a Rafeiro de Argento from Portugal, can claim the record. It was claimed that Bobby lived to be 31 years and 165 days old, equivalent to approximately 220 canine years, when he died in October 2023. Typically, the breed lives between 12 to 14 years. Mark McKinley, Guinness's Directors of Records, conducted this review. We take tremendous pride in ensuring as best we can the accuracy and integrity for all of our record titles, McKinney said in the press release. Following concerns raised by vets and other experts, both privately as well as within public commentary, and the findings of investigations conducted by some media outlets, we felt it important to open a review into Bobby's record. Hold on. Bobby, oldest dog, investigation. I want to read these investigative reports. Alright, Wired. Was Bobby the world's oldest dog or a fraud? God fucking damn it, Wired. Wow. Y'all, you saw those 3 different pop-ups. Can we incog this bad boy? It probably works around incog. No, we're good. Incog, thank you. Shortly after Bobby's death, experts started raising questions about the Portuguese Mastiff's advanced years. Not one of my veterinary colleagues believed Bobby was actually 31 years old. Someone needs to establish the truth about the oldest dog to have ever lived. That someone, it turned out, was me. The me in question being Matt Reynolds of Wired. A quick email to Guinness World Records to clear this up. I thought this is the organization that verified the tastiest time to eat a banana with no hands. Sorry, the fastest time to eat a banana with no hands. Did they find an older dog or not? No! They disqualified the existing dog. You son of a fucking bitch. Well, where are the questions? Agents in overalls swabbing dog toys. Okay. Review is ongoing as of this article. He found a trail to follow. His age had been verified by SEIAC, a Portuguese government database for the registration of cats, dogs, and ferrets. We are able to confirm that a dog named Bobby was registered with SIAC on the 3rd of July 2022, according to Eurico Cabral. Case closed, I thought. Then he dropped a bombshell. At the time, the animal's holder declared that it had been born in 1992, but we have no registration or data that can confirm or deny this statement, he wrote. Now, this was intriguing. The piece claimed that SIAC had verified Bobby's age, but the agency could confirm that the owner had told him the dog was born in 92. What's more, Cabal wrote in another email, SIAC had never been contacted by DWR to verify the information. The revelation had blown the case wide open, but didn't provide any definitive answers. Registration of dogs born before 2008 didn't become mandatory in Portugal until 2020, so it could be possible that he was born in 92, but that his owner just didn't have the paperwork to prove it. It was time to bring the big dogs in. Now we bring in Enrico Cubiani, an expert on dog longevity. Sorry, we're just doing this whole review. Yeah, they're just fucking doing DNA testing on his dog so that the owner's like, this was his favorite dog bed. He loved to sleep in this bed, and the scientists are like, great, bring it here. We gotta swab that motherfucker. Stat! Enrico Cubiani at Eötvös Loránd University in Hungary isn't entirely convinced that Bobby made it to 31. Accurately aging dogs is difficult, she says. Records can be unreliable, dogs move between owners, tricky to verify on appearance. Sometimes they die at home and their vet records are never updated. Some dogs are listed as 40 or older just because they were never updated after they died. There's some pretty good data on how long most dogs live.
Mutts tend to have the highest life expectancy at 15.1 years. One made it to 25 in Japanese data sets. 23 of them were aged over 20 when they crossed the Rainbow Bridge. 11.2 average life. Let's see. So Kubini has studied 2 ultra-long-lived Hungarian dogs, one aged 22 and the other 27. In both cases, the dog's age was vouched for by adults who had known them since their birth, and like Bobby, the Hungarian dogs roamed around freely and had plenty of contact with other dogs and humans, good indicators of a healthy life. But Kubini admits that without verifiable paperwork, it's difficult to know definitively how old any dog is. One thing about Bobby raised her suspicions. From the photographs she had seen, Bobby seemed to be overweight. Such rotund dogs rarely make it to extremely old ages. That's very true. Photos of the dogs when he was younger. Do you think the researchers went up to the owners and told them, turns out your dog meant nothing? God. Well, it depends on if the owners was, like, intentionally lying, right? Like, how would you say that to someone who really thought they were telling the truth versus someone who you caught in a lie? Fur seems like a different color in younger pictures. Sheila Schmutz. We're now talking to Sheila Schmutz, an emeritus professor of animal and poultry science at the University of Saskatchewan in Canada. It's true that I am considered an expert on dog coat color, at least in terms of genetics. Alright, Schmutz looks at some photos of Bobby and asks whether they're the same dog. Schmutz isn't sure. Sometimes his fur seems kind of red, in others it looks brown. Brown and red coats are 2 very different colors. I had my husband look at the photo set too, and he agrees we can understand why people don't think it's the same dog, but it's not absolutely clear to us. Wish this were more clear cut. She signed off her email. Looking elsewhere, now we're looping in Karen Becker, a veterinarian and author of The Forever Dog! Surprising science to help your canine companion live younger, healthier, and longer. In several articles, Becker was credited as the person who broke the news of Bobby's death in a post on her Facebook page. Becker was away lecturing, but I did get a response from her administrative assistant, Dana Adams, who was not impressed with the Guardian article casting doubt on Bobby's longevity. So much is incorrect. Bobby never ate raw food. He only ate homemade cooked food. He's a mutt, not a purebred, and the lobby organization waited until the poor little guy's cremation day to raise questions to Guinness about additional testing. A lobby organization? This is new at this point. Perpetual pooch, yes! It was true that GWR article about Bobby and lots of the subsequent coverage had picked up on the detail that Bobby only ate human food, a fact that Bobby's owner, Lionel Costa, cited as a reason for his dog's unusual longevity. Costa did not require to request a comment. But Adams' reference to a lobby organization seemed to be suggesting that there were dark forces behind these doubts. Those of us in the pet space know it never goes well when you threaten a multi-billion-dollar empire. The Guardian article had made it clear this is about the concerns vets have if people do what Linnell did and feed a home-cooked diet. Bobby directly threatens this entire industry. Wow! So this is now saying that there were concerns that the story around Bobby being fed a home-cooked diet and living that long would kill the entirety of the pet food industry. Holy shit. How deep does it go? 3 top pet food brands were asked if they were involved in the conspiracy to undermine the world's oldest ever dog. Well, you can't just ask that. Mars and Nestle did not respond to my email. Melissa Chestnut, the director of global communications at Hills Pet Nutrition, said that Hills had no involvement with this effort. So this is where we're at. Portugal government authority has no data about the birth date. Guinness is staying tight-lipped about its investigation. Dog aging experts aren't totally convinced that we have enough evidence to verify the age. Other people think that it might be a ruse by the pet food industry to keep the industry from collapsing. Bobby's owner is not responding to this guy's messages.
For a brief moment, I consider whether the previous holder of the world's oldest living dog title, Spike the Chihuahua, might be orchestrating a campaign to reclaim his title. Perhaps the greatest mysteries, Loch Ness, the abominable snowman, Ron DeSantis' shoes, must always go unanswered. So it ends there. Matt couldn't get any final answers for us. But what the fuck? Oh, justice for Bobby. Alright, let's go back to playing a video game. Jesus Christ. Thanks for going on that little fucking trip with me. That was insane. That was... I feel bonkers kadonkers after that. Justice for Bobby, man. I just want to know. I just want to know what's up with Bobby. We're freaking it Bobby style. Are we freaking it Bobby style or are we not? Oh, thank you for letting me go down that complete rabbit hole. I can't believe that shit. I mean, the fact that, like, that last person was kind of the first person to invoke the idea of a lobby that would have a role in this, like the big pet food being involved in the whole thing. I don't know if that makes me think they're onto something, or maybe if that makes me think that that's just one person who thinks that, who happened to say that to this reporter, and now we're all thinking about it. Oh, let's kill someone real quick. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Ron. You've done very well. Big Pharma killed Bobby. I can't believe Bobby's fucking dead. I gotta edit that into something. That was fun. Poor Bobby. This is all thanks to Dog Zoo. None of this, we never would have explored that tonight if it weren't for Dog Zoo, you know what I mean? We went to the zoo, but the zoo really brought us places we never could have dreamed. That's right, Bobby died at the ripe old age of 30, and you'll never fucking hear me say anything different about it. You best let that one marinate. Yeah, I'm making a YouTube short about Bobby. How am I supposed to go back to work tomorrow and act like nothing fucking happened to Bobby? Ron, how are either of us supposed to go to Thanksgiving dinner this week and sit down at that table and whatever conversations happen? Maybe someone wants to talk about Trump. That's gonna be awful and uncomfortable. Maybe your grandma doesn't understand the gays and you have to have some uncomfortable conversations there. But what if Bobby comes up? Shit, I'm gonna meet 2 dogs this week, this coming week. My aunt and uncle have 2 dogs I haven't met yet. And I'm gonna look those dogs in the eyes. I can't guarantee I'm not just gonna think about Bobby. You know? How can you be thankful at a time like this? Fucking justice for Bobby, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking justice for Bobby. I might just make a full edited YouTube video just recapping the last 20 minutes of this stream. Oh, I know. Hey, we don't even know how the cops were involved. You know they were, but we don't even know how. That's a whole other fucking part of the story. What did the police state have to do with the death of Bobby? Listen. If Bobby did make it to 30, more investigation should have gone into how he even managed to die, because by that point, you should just be good to go. I feel like if a dog makes it to 30, that dog gets to just keep going. That is how you achieve the forever dog. Is also very funny because Forever Dog is also the name of a podcast. I think that's just like a term people use. Like, oh, we found our Forever Dog. Like, no, statistically, you found your 10 to 15 years dog. Not to be more morbid about it. But there's a podcast network called Forever Dog, and so that just made me laugh immediately, too. Yes, Champ Portly! We're very slowly schmoovin' here. I'll never be the same again after what happened to Bobby. Happy fucking holidays, I guess. For all the good it does Bobby. Can't believe Bobby's gone. Hey. Can we? No, we can't. Whenever we meet the name relearner, if Dogzoo is whenever we meet the name relearner, if Dogzoo is with us, I think we must rename Dogzoo in memory of Bobby. Oh, fuck! I just deleted confusion on accident. My dog literally, oh, Jazzy, no! Jazz was just fucking, incensed about Bobby. You know how it is. Where's the move reminder? Fall Arbor Town. Well, we're fucked for a while then. For psychic moves. That was a pretty tremendous whoopsie woo. We're fine, we still have Buck. Oh, charcuterie. Let me box you so we stay at our self-imposed cap. She's just so fed up with the wrongs committed against Bobby. Can't believe this shit. Vis-a-vis Bobby. Okay, well, I'll see you when I see you if I see you. I'll either see you return or I'll continue to see you right here. I don't think we're gonna go too much longer. Bobby really took a lot out of me. Start your router. Did your dog get sick all over your router? Did your dog puke into the internet? You hate to see that happen. You hate to see that happen. Michaela's about to lose her shit over Bobby. Break it to her gentle. Break it to her gentle, Ron. Make sure she's sitting down. Make sure she has a glass of water. Sitting down next to your router like it's a child. Hey, buddy. Did you throw up? It's okay if you threw up. Man, speaking of throwing up, I'm doing great. We think a bunch of us at ground control may have all contracted norovirus, which if you don't know, that is like the clinical term for what a lot of food poisoning is. Like a lot of what we refer to as food poisoning is actually norovirus. We think that might be what we got because someone had it starting Saturday morning and was just sick the entire weekend. Someone else got it Monday morning. And then Monday evening, we got reports from a couple other people that they had it. And then that night I had it, and I woke up at 1 a.m. With, you know, music playing out of two windows at once, if you know what I mean. All in all, like, 6 to 8 people got sick, we think. Which really puts a whole mood on the thing. What caused it? We think it was pizza, of all things. We ordered, because we ordered pizza Friday night, and the first person to get sick got sick Saturday morning. And there was still leftover pizza in the fridge that was, you know, getting picked at over the course of the weekend. It was just in the fridge on a plate. So, like, I suppose bacteria could have even free roamed to other food in the fridge. I don't know the rate of transmission for that if those foods aren't touching, but, like, if there is a rate for that, then it could be hitting. So that's what the theory is right now. The theory is that something either on the veggie pizza or on the meat pizza, because people who just had the cheese one were all fine. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if that's it, then it's not unlikely I would have gotten it from the cold slice of meat pizza I ate late Saturday night. But then still, it didn't hit me until Monday night. But yeah, just absolutely evacuated myself 1 a.m. Monday night. Tuesday, completely out of commission. Was just like napping on the couch all day. Migraine to hell. Could keep down food again, but in very small amounts. What was on? There was a cheese, which people who just ate the cheese were fine. There was like a supreme meat one, and there was like a mixed veggie one. And so we think it was one of those latter two. Champ, let's get you in the PC. Yeah, it was a hell of a mystery to solve, but everyone's fine now. I think. It took a while to get there. Grab some berries. So yeah, that wasn't very fun either in the moment or as just like a matter of record that continuous recon was coming through on over the next several days. Like, it did kind of just suck that, like, the internal planning chat for the stream was just full of illness update. It was full of, like, me and a couple other people typing in spoiler text describing the things coming out of our mouths and assholes. It was real bad. I ended up having to, like I made a batch of soup. Not the soup I made tonight, but, like, kind of a chicken and orzo soup that I yacked up that night, and I had to throw the rest of the soup away because I couldn't get, like, the taste was just untenable after that. It was a grand unpleasantness, is a thing I'll go ahead and say. Shut the fuck up, Aerial Ace? Wow. Okay. Yes, you may have Aerial Ace. Don't mind if you do. We're getting there. In you go. Yeah, that's huge, alright. I bet Bobby would have saved us from that pizza. You know, that's the thing, is like I bet Bobby was like a really good dog, you know? Not just a good dog, like a really good dog. What's next? First Bobby. What's next? Hospitals? Churches? What's sacred? What is... Let me ask you this. What can truly be protected in a world where not only has Donald Trump been elected again, but Bobby is gone? You know? They're gonna euthanize Bluey on live television. Yes, actually. That's in Project 2025. Alright, Jay. Digging a little hole and burying myself in it. You go in there. We're doing it. We making we way. I'm still miffed I cut confusion off of that duck. All because everything in Gen 3 has to have fucking foresight for some reason. They love the stuff here in Gen 3. You discover the worst news? Ron, this better not be about Bobby. Ron, I don't know if I can handle more bad news, or God forbid, worse news about Bobby. I don't know if it can get much worse. But lay it on me. Tells me straight. I gotta be strong. Oh, you're just saying that was the worst news. I thought you were saying that you had discovered even worse news. And it's sports. You know what, like, sports was Gen 5. I did like in Black and White the one city that has like a football stadium and a baseball stadium, and you can just go in there and like fight the sports teams. Yeah, that's what you, yeah, no, I get it now. Yeah, we've discovered the worst crime that there is. The worst one of those to ever be done. Bobby 2. Okay, it was Fury Swipes, which I mean is fine, but the fact that you have Fury Swipes and Scratch and no confusion. Is Psybeam, like, is there a psychic move we might get a TM for at a reasonable time frame, at a reasonable hour? Somehow I doubt it. It would be nice. Bobby 2. It would be Bobby Part 2, in the tradition of Dune. what more can you say? You know? Bobby's gone. We all just have to keep living. Big Pet Food is still making its dollar. We're not fucking getting shit for experience off of these guys. Let's go fight the babies in Rustboro and see if that gives us a little more. Oh, it's level 5s here too. Bungus. But maybe better yields. All the same. Yeah, okay. We're notching our way there now. Now I know it was fast. I know that Sparkle was fast. But we have just encountered a shiny Pokemon. Don't panic. Don't do anything untoward. The shiny claws is in effect. As in any Nuzlocke. We can't. You're a little baby. You're a little baby. There's no way we can't kill you. I'm gonna switch back to a more normal speed level for maintenance of yes it is. It's got those green ears. Normal speed for tension. I'm just gonna throw this Premier Ball and see what happens. I'm just gonna go throw this Pokeball and see what happens. Yes! Oh, yes! There you are, yeah, because that's what it looks like normally. Wow! A shiny Claws catch! Well, Ron, I think there's only one thing we can call this. It's a fairy type, which is never bad coverage to have in reserve. Welcome to the team, Bobby's Ghost. Ghosts don't look like what they used to be sometimes. It's viable. It's reasonable. It's Bobby's Ghost. Hello, 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 Bobby's Ghost. Neutral nature, magic guard. Oh, Bobby's Ghost. Wow, what an event, Ron. You and me against the world on a very eventful stream tonight. We have learned a lot. We're gonna crank it back up. I'm not gonna try and level this thing. I'm just gonna try and level the rest of the team we were trying to level. Bobby would understand. Bobby would get it, man. Bobby was chill like that. Bobby was such a fucking real one. Dude. I smoked weed with Bobby once. Smoked me under the table. Wow! So many things live here. I wonder if they put, like... I wonder if they specifically put the baby Pokemon in, like, grass in towns like this. Because it's, like, a safer place for babies to be in the wild. That would make some sense. Alright, Qualiprofen. There you go.
What'd you love about Bobby, Ron? He didn't take any shit. He said it like it was. Bobby, you know, that was really a dog that you could have a beer with. This shit again. I let this shit happen again. There we go. Good job, little baby. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to drop you off. Then we're going to put you in front. And we're gonna find out what the dog's doing. We're gonna let Dog Zoo burn down some bugs for a while. We're gonna let the Dog Zoo burn down this forest. Real dog of the people, grassroots shits. Fun fact, you saved my dad's small business. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby, you did so much. For really all of mankind, you know. Oh, we're burning down whirlpools, we're burning down wormholes, we're burning down wormply bugs. Yes, we're burning down wormholes, we're burning down wormholes. We're burning down whirlpools today. Now we're burning down ladybuzz, we're burning down ladybuzz, we're burning down ladybuzz tonight. We're burning all the bugs that we've got in sight. That's what we're doing tonight. We're burning all the bugs that are in our sight. That's what we're doing tonight. He allegedly ate a cat once. Allegedly. They never found any of that cat's remains, so they can never be sure. They were picking through Bobby's poop for weeks, hoping some remains would show up like owl pellets, you know? Nothing. Bobby was too smart for that. Bobby would not have let that happen. Is really what it comes down to. Victini's evolving! Whoa! Coil? That raises 3 stats. Yeah, man, you can raise 3 stats. I'll let you do that. Whoa! You got going in a hurry now, didn't you? Gee, I guess they lowered the friendship threshold for babbies, which was very nice. Man, I'm gonna have so much splaining to do when we stream this again, and there's people who didn't watch this one. They're gonna be like, what the fuck happened? Alright, so Victini's going in the box. Dog Zoo's getting to 15, and then Bobby's ghost will just get as high as it gets. Made myself laugh typing Bobby saved my dad's small business. Good, I'm glad. I'm really glad you were having fun there.
Because Booby was a friend. Booby was a friend. Alright, you know, I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm watching this go by, and I think we're actually maybe good as we are, because we're not gonna use Dog Zoo in the rock gym. Nah, who am I kidding? We need every fucking edge we can get. For a second I was like, we're good here, guys, it's fine, but no. I suddenly got a panicked vision of one of fucking Roxanne's Pokemon, her Lileep, somehow killing 5 of our Pokemon, and Dog Zoo being the last one standing, and me looking at it and being like, if I had gotten you that last level and a half, we could have won this. It could have all been different. I think they mixed up Silcoon and Cascoon's eyes. I think they like swapped them. Like that. Isn't that what Cascoon should look like, or am I wrong? I might be wrong. Bobby would have known. Bobby's already been so through so much. You know, like death. Just for example. I would say that's one of the things Bobby's been through, is dying. At a ripe old age at that. Oh, this dog. I know you're our last one, but boy, you level up slow. I guess I could just turn the thing off. Sorry, Bobby's ghost. I want this dog to get as much juice as humanly possible. The juice must go to the dog. I was really glad that article had a quote from a lady named Sheila Schmutz. Just a great sentence to get to say, you know? Just what fun. It's a dog meat dog world. Remember when Bobby got to carry the torch at the Olympics? Remember when Bobby got to throw the first pitch in a Mets game? Turns out there was nothing in the rules. Set a dog, well, you get the idea. Old man on a rocking chair playing the banjo. Yep, Me and old Bobby went long back. Now, you know, some wondered, was he really that old? Did he really successfully argue for the release of wrongly convicted felons? Did he do all of that charity work? Did he really box Jake Paul? Well, only thing I know is Bobby was a great friend of mine, and he impregnated my wife. Only thing I know is Bobby was an upstanding fella of a dog, and he's the reason one of my kids looks a little funny. Oh no. Oh. Can't believe you did that, Bobby. Wish he didn't, frankly. Oh, hi, Tim. Yeah, we've been live for a while. You may want to see if you have your notifications on Twitch. But also, no worries. Welcome. It's good. We're almost done. We've been going for longer than I really expected to, actually. We made soup. We took an incredible detour this evening to learn about a dog that held the Guinness World Record holder for world's oldest living dog, and then had it revoked. And we read some journalism about the circumstances of the revocation. The dog's name was Bobby, and we've had a lot of conversation about Bobby, as you can see on the layout, on the chat feed, on the layout. Just, you know, justice that Bobby was robbed of. We also found a natural shiny. We found a natural shiny Cleffa. And we're just getting Dog Zoo here up to 15, where everyone else is. And then tomorrow night, because I'm not doing Moonshot streaming this week, tomorrow night we're going to take on the first gym of this here hack again, and go places from there. Yeah, this has been a more eventful stream. Like 3 hours ago, I really didn't expect for anything particularly notable to happen on this one. I was just kind of like, I haven't touched the Twitch in a couple weeks while I've been moving and everything else. I should just like hop on for a couple hours and diddle around. Yeah, the rest of the team's just in the box because they hit level 15, and I was EXP alling for a while. But I did not expect this much business to happen. Oh yeah, we got our Wishing Well Pokemon. It wasn't an exciting Squirtle this time. It was a fucking... Tim, it was a Plusle! It was one of the fucking Bananies. But yeah, we started at like 5:30 and just kind of... just been trucking around, getting stuff ready for the first gym and maybe the second gym tomorrow. We'll see what we get done. Bobby would have wanted it that way. Bobby would have wanted this to be the run. You know what I mean? Yes, again, Tim. We are forever haunted by those motherfuckers. There we go. The zoo is 15. And that concludes the grind. Let's go ahead and set this back down to a reasonable speed. Ugh. Plusle is the number 42 of our Nuzlocke. Well, if anything, 42 is the number of the first black baseball player. So if you want to, like, talk about, like, historical noteworthiness on that level,
if fucking anything, Bobby is the 42 of this run of Nuzlocks. Alright, get the gang back in, load them back in. Even you. Because tomorrow, I want it for anyone who wasn't here tonight, I want Bobby's ghost to be like a fun surprise, you know? So yeah, here's Mathlas. The level 1 Plusle. It's adamant. And then here's Bobby's ghost. Cannot believe. Adamantly garbage, exactly. Alright, we're gonna go. No, I don't want to go in there. I got nothing to learn. I know everything. Verkatos, yes, doing a Nuzlocke. We have just been team building and grinding for a while. The effigy has a friend. I just realized I forgot to heal after we had Dog Zoo grinding for a while. Yeah, we are on the second attempt of a Nuzlocke of Emerald Seaglass, which I have not played before. A lot of gym leaders and bigger fights like that are different enough that they are catching me by surprise, and so we're gearing up. We're gearing up to go ahead and fight Roxanne, and just kind of plow through from there. Let's review. Let's get real neat and tidy with it, and kind of order. Yes, Verkatos. Guess what ended our first run? Guess what? Put a stop to our whole first run. Ooh, I'm so aware of that, Heracross. We came into that fight a little underleveled and just like we let it set up. I think 2 bulk ups, which was like how did we even let that happen? It was bad, man. It was real bad. Yeah, that was our first run killer. And so I'm trying to get us like enforcing some little caps level wise and just being ready to go a little earlier on this one. So we got Charcuterie replacing Charcuterie, who died in the line of battle last time. Buck Tickle has really done well for us. Just that high speed stat early on is good. The sharp beak is good. It's just, it has fucking aerial ace. They gave Spearow aerial ace at level 15. I'm not gonna say no to that. I'm just a little surprised. But that's really good stuff. Champ Portly is coming into his own, you know, having a laugh at Buck Tickle. Hey, don't fuck with Buck. Buck's doing just fine. What about Champ? Well, you're not gonna chuckle at Champ? He's all portly with it. He's, you know, he's got the moves a Lombre has. We should change his nature, actually. We should... Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Quelvaprofen, a mistake was immediately made on. Because he had confusion and I accidentally deleted it for Fury Swipes because we were running the game at 4 times speed because we were grinding. Victini, doing fine, just kind of a normal type. It's got Coil, it's a Furret, and Dog Zoo, which we just caught here in Rustboro. A very lucky capture for a route full of babies and Chinglings. And we also found a Nat shiny Cleffa in the grass, which is now there. I'm gonna Scootaloo. There we go. I'm gonna Scootaloo down to the berry shop real quick, grab us a modest mint. Cause we'll all mint on okay. And we'll all mint on alright. But I'm really enjoying Nuzlocking this so far. It's how I just tend to enjoy
playing a lot of ROM hacks. Like, I have a lot of happy memories of tackling Fool's Gold that way the first time I got into that one, and that's still, like, one of my favorites. We'll turn you back on for now. Yeah, it's been fun. Soul Gun, I'm glad the names are hitting. Glad the names are hitting. Listen, it's hard work keeping us in the spirit of the stuff of old, like Camp Dave, Butterfree. Who else did we have way back in those days? None of you know. I was just putting filmed videos on YouTube in the crystal clear days. I had a Voltorb named Bad. I had Mr. Evening the Crobat. I had Roundoln the Igglybuff. That was our starter. Many, many things. Boldorf and Musculin. Boldorf was a Golem. Musculin was a Machamp. Magna Kyle, I believe, was a Magneton we had. Just a lot of things that are worthwhile to remember that I'm glad I remember. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Tomorrow night, during more regular programming hours, we are going to tackle Roxanne. We are going to go do the Aqua stuff. We are going to head on down to Dewford and get ready for Brawly. Thank you for watching. Birdie Sanders. Oh, I remember Birdie Sanders. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. We're gonna come back 7:30 or so tomorrow night during more normal programming hours, and we are going to tackle Roxanne. We are maybe even going to make our way to Brawly, grind there, call it there. Verkatos, if you're watching, I'm sorry you came in right at the end, but we are kind of at that point. Give a follow if you want to be notified when we come back tomorrow. Whatever. So until then, let me crawl us back into the meat space. Hello, Onion. I hope you liked the stream this evening. I hope everything went well for you, as it did for me. Feeling pretty good about all that shit. Feeling pretty good about all that shit. Let me. Yeah, I can stay that way. We're gonna stream tomorrow because I was saying earlier, me and Claudia are done with our David Cage-a-thon. If you want to watch that over at the Moonshot Podcast Network, if anyone watching doesn't know me and mine, over at the Moonshot Podcast Network on YouTube, you can see VODs from the streams that me and Claudia Alexandra have been doing over on twitch.tv/Moonshot Network. We're streaming all of David Cage's games. That's your Heavy Rain, your Beyond Two Souls, your Detroit Become Human, and your Indigo Prophecy, in that order. We are going to put those Indigo Prophecy VODs up. First, though, all day today before doing this, I was queuing up VODs to go up from Ground Control, the stream we did last weekend, raising money for Hurricane Helene relief in Asheville, North Carolina, and the Appalachians in general. So that went really well. Stuff from that is going to be going up all week on the Moonshot Podcast Network YouTube. And I'm still here. I've moved. We've done it. After Monday, well, Wednesday I get on a train. I probably won't stream Tuesday. You won't see me for a bit. Then I'll be back for a couple weeks. And then I'll be back home for Christmas for 3 weeks. I'm gonna get so many presents. I'm gonna give so many presents. Oh, I'm gonna get 1,000,000 presents. I'm gonna get and give 1,000,000 trillion presents. Onion, you're the only gift I need this year. And Effigy, who's off screen. And Pyrospite, who's back there. And Homemade Miss Magius, who's back there. You're the only gifts I need. And ever will. I have some delicious smelling soup I need to put in a lot of containers. I'm gonna go do that. Thanks, everyone in the world who were all here for this. And remember, justice for Bobby. Justice for fucking Bobby. Good night.